What is good, guys? This is Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with some post-commentary duel video featuring myself playing Infernoble versus my man Matt playing Sword Soul. So this is not at locals, this is a testing day. We're just testing. Matt has been on a regional grind, and so we've been trying just to get him better suited. We're going to normal summon the Ogier, dump the Gearfried, use Durandal's effect to go ahead and grab the Renaud. And then we're going to do the typical Infernoble combo here, where we're going to be protected under Gearfried here. So we're going to go Renaud effect, target the Gearfried. He's going to go ahead and chain Infinite Impermanence on the Renaud, which is interesting, an interesting call for sure. But we're going to go ahead and make Angelica here. And this is where I think the first major misplay truly happens. Kind of in a way. So he lets me add the field spell. And the reason I say that is because, of course, I know how it goes. But we're going to go ahead and use the field spell, pay 12, grab Almas. And then I believe we go ahead and fire off the Ogier in the grave to, Ogier effect to target. Then we're going to chain Angelica to banish herself and then dump. And right here we actually, I don't know what he was thinking here, but sometimes you can't understand the logic of your friends, right? Sometimes it just don't make no sense. But anyway, he's going to, Roland's going to come out, we're going to send the Turpin, we're going to equip the Almas here. So no matter what, even through we're going to be able to get the Gearfried back due to Almas here. Which is extremely nice. The only thing that would protect us from is hand traps here, but in this case here, it doesn't matter because you'll see here in a second why. But it kind of worries me here because Matt sometimes doesn't know here to how to hand trap correctly, or sometimes he tries to hand trap awkwardly. So we're gonna go ahead and fire off the Charles, but he's gonna imperm Charles. So Charles will not get he will not become Emperor Charles. So we're just gonna go ahead and fire off the Gearfried, which is interesting because he had double imperm, and probably hitting the Angelica would have been the best, honestly, the best one to do. So we have fire off Heritage of the Chalice. I forget what my opening hand was, to be honest with you, just because I can't remember, to be honest. I know it was pretty good. But see, we're gonna have Gearfried, and we're still gonna Charles and Gearfried. It's just Charles won't have the pop; it'll just have the spell and trap negate. So we actually go ahead and grab the Malgus here because I have Oliver in hand. So we go ahead and pitch summon here. We go Malgus effect to shuffle back 3 to draw a card, which is pretty nice. So this is why Malgus is pretty decent in my opinion. Oh, because we haven't used the field spell yet, especially since he got rid of Charles, so we'd have free real estate with the field spell. So we can go ahead and fire off the Malgus Engrave to equipped to Gearfried, and then we can go ahead and use the field spell to special summon. I believe I just go ahead and go for SP Little Knight. This card is insane. Every video that this card is in, I always bring up how crazy this card is. This card almost should not be legal. It's just kind of insane what it does. But we're going to go ahead and use Oliver effect to target the Charles to make it so it can't be targeted. And then I think this is all we end on. So double imperm, even though these imperms were not correct by any means. However, looking back, even thinking about what my hand was, since it was Oliver, Chalice, Renaud, the Durandal, this, I think we were going to be able to even play through imperm on the Angelica, which is pretty crazy. But my buddy here just reading the Gearfried negates and destroys. It seems like he has I think I caught drift of a droplet. So this is one of those weird scenarios where it's it's kind of interesting because he's going to think this droplets is going to be so good, so he's going to keep it in. But normally droplets is not that good, simply because we have Angel Ring. So right here he would go droplets, send 2, go ahead and hit the Little Knight and the Gearfried, right? Where normally we'd have Angel Ring and it would just he would just discard 2 for free. He'd go -3 for no reason, but that's okay. He's gonna go ahead and fire off here. He's gonna go ahead and banish the Ashina here to summon from the deck, which I believe he goes for. If he had the Tinny Spirit, which one, the Vishuda, he would already special summon it, then use that, then he can make Chixiao, but I don't think he does. I think he actually did. Actually, I think he did have Adhara. I think he pitched it. Is that, yeah, there's Adhara. So maybe, I don't know what he was thinking. But we caught the Angelica coming back here for some reason. Getting hit by 2 frazzled hand traps that might not have been correctly timed kind of razzled my brain. Maybe forget that Angelica actually returns, which is decent because Angelica is it's something. But he's gonna go ahead and banish Vishuda to go ahead and him to bounce back a card. I tell him he can't target the Charles, and if he targets Angelica, she just runs and hides. And then he can target Gearfried or SP Little Knight. Little Knight would probably be the best card to go ahead and bounce back. But looking at it here, what's his? I don't understand. This is just 2 monks getting ready to get smacked by a bunch of fiery knights, So I don't think this was. I think this is actually a misplay on his part. If he would have But given maybe he had to send 2, right? Maybe he had to. I believe he uses Adhara to add back the Ashina and then special summons the Ashina. I do believe. But he whacks into Little Knight with the Ashina, and that's about all that he can do. It's very interesting. Like, I'm not no Sword Soul, like, you know, like, man, I don't have a degree in Sword Soul, but like, I feel he was just kind of. I think he had to do what he had to do. There's like no way he could have done anything. But I'm gonna normal summon Ricardetto to bring back out the Malgus, and I believe I just do this so I can get a shuffle with Malgus, another like draw with the Malgus. No, I decide not to. Oh, I go ahead and make oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, because I can go ahead and make Baron. And then I can use Joyous to go ahead and add back the Gearfried, special out the Gearfried by banishing the Joyous. Yeah, so like right here he's just kinda it is what it is. Because Baron's gonna be able to pop something, especially not that. I have to link 2 into his old. I think I overthought game here for an instance. I thought like, oh dang, like how am I gonna, like how in the world am I actually gonna like get damage on board? Which it shouldn't have been like that hard of a thought process. Like literally the monks are at 1,000 apiece and Ashina's not that big. So like, I guess like I just wanted to make sure it's game, because like I do know that the Sword Soul can have like they're like a 2-card combo deck, like they require stuff, but like sometimes like all they need is especially in this late of the game, like all they need is a Taya to kind of go off. They could like go Taya into Chi-Zhao, grab Long Wan into something, and then they're kind of back in it. We're just gonna go battle phase, Rattan to go ahead and pop. I still like Rattan. I understand that some people are not a fan of it, but I like the Rattan because you get to like, it's like a pseudo disruption. It's like a weaker thing. It allows you to like turn your Isolde into something useful, especially if you can't get to Little Knight. But moving on here into game 2, he's gonna go first, and I see he has Nib in his hand. He was actually, so yeah, the entire joke of this is he was playing a go second Sword Soul list, and we are kind of roasting him for playing a go second. But he's going to make Monk special summon out the Adhara, or special summon out Vishuda. We are going to Ash it, and he special summon. However, see right here's a big misplay too. And I kind of tell him that he should have special summoned the Vishuda first, then use the Adhara, because like that was the correct line of play. Because if he used the Vishuda here, or used the Adhara, or used the Ashina, excuse me, getting it all mixed up, he wouldn't have been able to summon the Vishuda. But he's going to just special that and pass. We're going to normal summon Connector, and I'm going to get to look at his hand. We're going to go ahead and summon out the Dolphin. And I do believe, because I know Swords can play a hefty amount of hand traps, so he just hands me his hand, let me look at it. So there's Nib, Dark Ruler, and another Vishuda. So like, this hand horribly lost to like Ash Blossom. Sadly, that's exactly what it did. But we're gonna go ahead and go make his old, and like I know for a fact that we got to beat Dark Ruler. We got to win. Like, there's no way that we don't win this game, but under the slim chance that we don't, or like, you know, like a misplay, distraction, something like that happen. But we're gonna go ahead and try to beat Nib. So we're going ahead and using the Nib line to go ahead and special summon out. To do this, we're to add back Durandal. And right here is like where he has to Nib. Like we stop, I tell him like, this is my 5th summon. Do you want to Nib here? And he doesn't, which I don't know if he foresaw this coming, but since we were not warrior locked, we go right into the Apollosa for 3. Stop it, canceling out the Nib right away, banishing 2 for Phoenix Blade. I hard opened DDR already, in case you guys were wondering. So we're gonna go ahead and pitch summon Ricardetto to bring back out the Ogier, and we're just gonna go ahead and move on into Angelica. So right here, we're just like, the Nib, like again, this hand was very nice because like we opened ways to Renaud, and if you guys don't know, Connector plus Renaud in any form or fashion is exactly beats Nib, because even if he Nibs on the 5th summon, we're able to push through it, which is pretty nice. We still in like double Charles and a Gearfried through Nib. But some people don't. Some people kind of like remember like this deck gets warrior locked, so like they just don't. They discount the. They discount Apollosa being able to be made. But we're just going to keep going off, banishing 2 to add back. Angelica goes there. We're going to go ahead and go here, special summon out the Turpin, because I think we searched the Turpin. To go ahead and make Charles, the Synchro Monster, and then like we go ahead and equip the. There it is, the Almus to it. Going into the Emperor Charles, go ahead and attach. Almus will add back the Gearfried. Then we can fire off the field spell to go ahead and special summon out the Charles. But right now we're just banishing this. But again, like we're sitting, like there ain't no way with the hand he has like that, unless, well, because we have Dark Ruler proof. So right here, we're just going to able to like beat the hand completely. This is why like still confuses me to this day why people were like, oh, you should play different engines over connector. Like I don't think people truly understood or understand. Maybe they do now how good connector is, being able to like see the hand and like getting that hand knowledge to play around. Otherwise, you'd just be playing into like this type of stuff like and losing. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and whack in. He's going to try nib. And I think I just used Gearfried here just to go ahead and fire it off. So we're just going to go ahead and equip the Turpin, and then we're just going to suck up, and then we have lethal right here. But this was definitely, if anything, it was a showcase to show you guys like how good like Infernobles are at like just doing what they do and showcasing that like Apo combo live and stuff like that. Better luck next time, Sword Soul. I actually like Sword Soul. It's a deck that I think I might pick up one day. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.